If you got the Juggernaut Hellfighter Kit and you're having this issue after firing your last round, then stay tuned because I got the fix for you. Hey everyone, welcome to First Nature Backland. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, comment, and tap the notification bell. Thanks. The Hellfighter Kit from Juggernaut Tactical allows owners in Neo-Gestapo states to detach their magazines while keeping all the standard features that are in common use. There's been plenty of excellent videos made over the years explaining the laws and what must be done to keep Alpha, Romeo, Foxtrot platforms, so I don't want to get into that here. But before I get to the trick, I think I should just briefly explain why the Hellfighter Kit prevents an FA like this from becoming an AW under their trumped up definition of one. If you want to skip that and go straight to the trick, then go to this point in the video. In a typical Alpha Romeo Foxtrot platform, after the last round is fired, the bolt carrier locks back and you just hit the button and remove your magazine. With the Hellfighter Kit installed, the process is slightly different. Remember, the Neo-Gestapo said that in order to remove the magazine, you have to detach the upper receiver from the lower receiver. So Juggernaut Tactical said, okay, then we're going to replace the rear takedown pin with a button that we can push that will detach the upper receiver from the lower receiver. And then we'll just use the mag release button like normal. Remove our magazine, put in a new one, lock it back, pull the charging handle back to load around, and carry on. Business as usual. And we'll keep our offending features. Thank you very much. So it's a clever design, and it changes one key element in the operation. The carrier, the bolt carrier, must be fully forward in order for you to be able to detach the upper receiver from the lower receiver, then allowing you to remove the magazine. This is different from a typical Alpha Romeo Foxtrot platform where the bolt carrier locks back after the last round. This is where the issue with the Hellfighter Kit comes into play. The bolt carrier returning forward comes in contact with the follower in the magazine. This isn't an issue if the Hellfighter Kit came with the firearm already installed when you bought it, because the manufacturer will provide an appropriate magazine that will work. However, if you buy most other common aftermarket magazines or are thinking of installing the Hellfighter Kit on an FA you already own, then this is what will happen. This is why the magazine cannot be released. The bolt carrier hits the follower and stops, failing to return forward. This prevents the takedown button from detaching the receivers, which prevents the magazine from being released. Not a good thing when you're out of ammo. The only way to get the bolt carrier to push forward is to hold back the charging handle and press down on the follower, then allowing the bolt carrier to go forward. But as soon as I pull it back again, it happens right again. I can't describe how frustrating this was after having bought several Magpul magazines. But it's not just Magpul. MFT, Pro Mag, and from what I can see, other magazines online, just by looking at the followers, are going to cause this issue. Let me explain. So this is the magazine that came with the Delton Scout. It is made by Duramag. It is a metal GI style magazine. But the important part of this magazine is the follower. This is what makes the Hellfighter Kit, this is what allows the Hellfighter Kit to work. If you look at the rear of the follower, you see there's an angle right here. And there's some scratch marks on there. That's because that's where the bolt carrier, after the last round is fired, this is where the bolt carrier hits the follower and it pushes it down and then it slides over. So let me find my Magpul magazine here. If you compare the angle of this follower to the angle of the Magpul follower, you see this follower here on the Magpul magazine is much steeper than this one on the Duramag. This one has a much shallower angle. This is why the bolt carrier gets caught after the last round when using the Magpul magazine, because the carrier hits the follower just like it does on the Duramag, but because this angle is so shallow, it just hits it and stops like it's hitting a wall. So I figured, why don't I take a file to the follower and see if I can create an angle that will allow that gliding action to happen over these followers here. So I took apart the magazine, had the follower, filed it down. You can see this angle is much steeper than this angle here. These are both Magpul magazines. These are the same followers, but this one has been filed and this one has not been filed. So comparing that to the Duramax magazine, I was able to get this at even a steeper angle than the Duramax magazine was. The bolt carrier still touches it, but it pushes it down and slides right on over it every single time. So I did this to all of my Magpul magazines and some of the other ones too, like the MFT magazines, and they work perfectly, flawlessly. I even have one here where I filed it down a little too much, so you can see there's a hole in there now. I still got the angle, the nice good steep angle, so that the carrier can just glide over it and push it down. But I did file it down a little bit too much and poked a hole in there. But even with that, this still works fine. This still works just as good as the other ones do. So that's the fix. Just file down those followers and your Hellfighter kit will work just like it's supposed to, just like it's advertised. I gotta say, man, I love the Hellfighter kit. I think it's such a clever, innovative workaround for these laws, and it allows you to keep all of your offending features on your FA. So thanks for stopping by, man. Give a comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, help out the channel. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. And we'll see you next time.